Morning. Welcome to session 8 of chapter 2 of company law. Now we are going to discuss about the another important document which we need to produce at the time of incorporation is articles of association. Here the articles of association which constitutes the second important document. At the time of formation of a joint stock company, as we prepare memorandum of association, telling about the company, defining about the company, we also prepare an allied document called Articles of Association, which in turn explains about the internal activities, internal matters of the concern. Articles are compulsory for companies limited by guarantee and unlimited companies and private companies. Article means articles of association, which is compulsory for all private companies, companies limited by guarantee and unlimited companies. For public companies which are limited by shares, producing of articles of association is not compulsory. When public companies limited by shares are registered without their own special articles, the model articles applies. Means there is a separate table called table A which applies. Okay. So public companies which are limited by shares need not produce articles of association, and moreover public companies which are limited by shares who are registered without their own special articles. Okay. The public companies they produce their own special articles and not as per the articles of association format given in Companies Act of 2013. All the private companies produce articles of association in the format given in Companies Act of 2013, and referring that articles of association will be produced. The public companies, if they are permitted to formulate their own articles of association, special articles of association. So in this case table A applies. Now let's come to the definition of articles of association. As per section 2 subsection 5 of Companies Act defines articles of association of a company as originally framed or as altered from time to time in pursuance of any previous company law or this act. Articles of association as per this definition must be originally framed, or it may be altered from time to time. Okay, so time to time in pursuance with the Companies Law or Companies Act, means according to the changing law, changing acts, and make the modulations brought into the Companies Act, articles of association can also be altered. So timely modulation, timely alteration is needed, and timely amendments are needed for Companies Act. So a particular law which we find suitable for today may not find suitable tomorrow. So there is a need to continuous improvement, or there is a need to make continuous modulations in laws, continuous revision of laws in Companies Act. So these changes, by keeping in mind the changes in Companies Act over time, articles of association are formed and altered. So this is about articles of association. Now articles of association is one among the two important documents produced at the time of formation of a joint stock company. This is in the shortest sense. Let's see the importance of articles of association. The article of association is a document which contains the rules and regulations for the internal management of the company. As I said just now, the internal affairs or the day-to-day conduct of the matters which are needed for the day-to-day conduct of the business of the company are included in that. They govern the relationship between the company and its members, and also it defines the relationship between the members, which governs the relationship between members of the company. And one special thing I want to bring to your kind notice is articles of association of a company has nothing to do with outsiders, but memorandum of association which governs the relationship of company with outsiders, and it has nothing to do with the insiders, whereas articles of association has nothing to do with outsiders. And the importance of articles of association, if you are going to discuss, then to issue redeemable preference shares, articles of association is needed as per section 55. Redeemable preference shares means the preference shares, those can be redeemed after some time. Okay, the preference shareholders can be paid off after some time. Additional fund can be raised by way of preference shares. Second one, to increase share capital, section 61 subsection 1 subsection A. To increase share capital means to collect capital by way of additional fund, it also helps. To accept calls in advance from shareholders, section 50. Calls in advance can be welcomed. Calls in advance can be accepted. Calls in advance means before making the call, the shareholders are asked to bring the amount on shares. Before the amount falls due, they are asked to bring back the amount. That is called calls in advance. So company, if necessary, it can go for calls in advance. To convert the fully paid shares into stock, section 61 subsection 1 subsection C. So these are some of the importance of articles of association. And moving on to the contents of articles of association, here first one, articles of a public company here limited by shares should usually contain the following matters. Articles of association of a public company means the special articles of association which contains the following matters. First one, regulations for management of company. Section 5 subsection 1 deals with this. The articles of association of a company contains the internal rules and regulations of the company which are essential to carry out the objects of the company. The main objective of the company can be achieved by keeping in mind the provisions stated therein in the articles of association. Generally, the articles of association of a company contain the rules and regulations on inclusion or partial exclusion or partial exclusion of table A, adoption or execution of preliminary contracts, and total numbers and total value of shares, rules as to share certificate, share warrants, and rules as to calls on shares, rules on companies lien on members' shares for the amount not paid in respect of them. Okay, if shares are not allotted to the members, then what is the lien, etc. Rules to general meeting, rules as directors, their remuneration, rules as to accounts and audit, rules as to winding up, rules as dividend and reserves, rules as to voting rights and proxies, rules as to alteration of share capital, rules as to general meeting, okay, rules as to common seal of the company, rules as to borrowing powers, rules as to conversion of shares into stock, rules as to share capital and the rights of shareholders, definition of important terms and phases. So these are some of the contents, regulatory contents of articles of association of public companies. And second one, matters as may be prescribed by rules. Section 5 subsection 2. Here, articles of a company also contains the matters which are prescribed by rules made by central government. Central government passes some rules which are confined only to some companies. So if some of the rules or any of the rules of central government, if the company finds it is necessary to add in articles and it is applicable to that company, then that rule will be included in articles of association. Or if the company finds that a particular rule is applicable only to their companies and the companies the central government rules are bound by, that company is bound by the rules and regulations of central government, then those rules are included in articles of association of those companies. So matters as may be prescribed by rules means the central government rules, if the company bounds to it, then that will be included in articles of association. And next one, additional matters, section 5 subsection 2. Articles of association of a company may also contain some of the additional matters. It may be considered necessary for the management of the company. For effective management of company, see articles of association which explains about the internal management of the company, internal activities to be carried by the company. And if the company finds it necessary to include any of the rules for its convenience in work, easy management, exercising control over the activities, and for better communication between the members, good relation to maintain good relationship between the members, if it finds any of the rules to be included, it can include. It is permitted to include as per section 5 subsection 2. So this is stated in additional matters. Next one, provisions for entrenchments, section 5 subsection 3 subsection 4 subsection 5. Articles of association may contain provisions for entrenchments. So what's the meaning of entrenchments? Entrenchment means additional safeguards for alteration. Okay, so additional safeguard for alteration is called entrenchments. Means here they safeguard the interest of the company, means on the safe to protect the interest of the company only alterations are made. So to make additional safeguards for alteration of articles of association of company, here provisions for entrenchments are made, which states that some specified provisions of articles may be altered only if more restrictive conditions or procedures to be complied with. Some special provisions are made to articles if they are complied with some specific provisions. Okay, some restrictive conditions, more restrictive conditions are put, more restrictive procedure to be complied with. See, for alteration we need to follow more restrictive conditions. Okay, so separate provision is kept. The important provisions in this regard, the other important provisions in this regard are: the provisions shall only be made either on formation of the company or by an amendment in articles agreed by all members of the company in case of private company, and by special resolution in case of public company, section 5 subsection 4. Okay, so the special provision is made if there is a very restrictive condition. If there is some of the provisions are made only during the time of restrictive conditions. Okay, if it is so complicated, the articles, provisions of the article are so complicated, and separate provision is created called provisions for retrenchment, that permission to create provisions is called provision for retrenchment. Here provisions for entrenchment states that the articles which contains some additional safeguards for alteration. Articles of association sometimes may contain some additional safeguards for alteration, which state that some specified provisions of article may be altered only if more restrictive conditions or more restrictive procedures to be complied with. Okay, if there is more restrictive procedures, if there is more restrictive conditions to be complied with, ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫಾಲೋಡ್, ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆದಂತಹ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬಾರದಂತಹ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದಂತಹ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನನ್ನು ಆಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ for alteration of articles of association when more restrictions are to be complied with. So other provisions apart from this is stated in section 5 subsection 3. Other provisions are, ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ, if it is a private company then provisions shall only be made either on formulation of the company or by the amendment in articles agreed by all the members of the company. Provisions shall be made either on formation, at the time of formation of the company, or by amendment of articles. Okay, and agreed by the members must agree for that in case of private company, and just members agreement is enough for private company and special resolution is needed for public company. It is just a bit difficult to understand. Okay, try to understand it. Next one, where the articles contain such provisions for entrenchment, whether on formation or by amendment. On formation of the company or by amendment, if there is any provisions for such entrenchment comes, the company shall give a notice of such provision to the registrar. Company must give a due notice to the registrar in such form and manner as may be prescribed according to section 5 subsection 5. So there is a form, there is a manner, the manner in which it may be prescribed. The company must submit the provisions for such alteration. If the situation persisted, necessitates the company to make such provisions for entrenchment, then even at the time of formation of company or at the time of alteration of articles of association, then the company shall give a notice of such provisions to the registrar in such a manner as may be prescribed. These are some of the contents of articles of association. And if you move on to the legal effects of articles of association, legal effects of both articles of association and memorandum of association. So it is bounded in section 10. Mind it, section 10 of Companies Act of 2013 deals with the legal effects of articles of association as well as memorandum. MA stands for memorandum of association, AA stands for articles of association, and from last session onwards I used short forms like MA and AA for memorandum of association and articles of association. Mind it. First one, binding on members. As between the members and the company, the memorandum and articles of association constitute a binding contract. Means all the needless to explain it, you can understand it very well that both memorandum of association and articles of association are the two important legal documents which bind all the members of the company, one from outside and another one is from inside. Okay, in a sense, as memorandum of association which checks the relationship, which governs the relationship of company with the outsiders, and articles of association which governs the issues relating to which governs the relationship between the members and the company. So both bind the company and its members. But an alteration of memorandum or articles which requires a member to take more shares or increases the liability to contribute to the share capital of the company is not binding on him unless he agrees in writing before or after the alteration. Here, alteration of memorandum or articles which requires a member with more responsibility means he has to contribute comparatively more capital to the company, not by compelling, he must voluntarily agree for this. In writing, he must agree for this before or after the alteration. That is binding on members. Second one, binding on company. A company is also bound to the members in the same manner as the members are bound to the company. Members are bound to the company because the performance of company, future of the company is decided at the efficiency of members, at the interest of members, as well as members are bound by the company, as well as company is bound by its members. That is, these two are interlinking. See, I can support a case law for this binding on company. Okay, means there is a relationship between company and members and company, means members are bound to the company and company is bound by its members. Means whatever said in the articles of association, the company is obliged to perform that only, and it should not go boundless. It should not go out of the bound. That is called ultra vires acts. Okay. Here I can support this particular point with the case law. That is Wood versus Odessa Water Works Company, held in the year 1889. What happened in this case is, the articles of association of the company provided that directors may sanction dividend on the shares in annual general body meeting to be paid to its members. If the company is permitted by articles of association, the company is permitted to pay dividend as decided in the annual general body meeting to its members. So a resolution was passed to give shareholders debenture bonds instead of cash as dividends. Okay, so dividend can be given in cash and kind. That as per the provisions of articles of association, it is stated that in cash they have to give the dividends, but in cash usually dividend is given in cash. But a special resolution was passed by directors, by discussing among the directors, that debenture bonds are issued instead of dividend in cash. And one of the members filed a suit against the company, against the board of directors, stating that they have to restrain, the directors have to restrain from issuing bonds in place of cash as dividends. So it was held in the court that the court also restrained the directors from issuing debenture bonds in place of cash, because articles of association of the company does not permit for the issue of debenture bonds or any of the other materials other than cash, any of the other instruments other than cash. So binding on the company. Second one, members inter se. Means inter se means in between the members. Okay, members inter se means in between the members. Here, what is the legal effect of memorandum of association and articles of association in between the members? Let us see. The articles constitute a contract in between the members. A member can enforce the articles against any other members. Means, on the basis of provisions of articles of association, any member can file a suit against another person, or a member can enforce the articles against any of the other members. They can enforce it, not filing a suit, they can enforce the articles of association on behalf of other members. Say for example, if there are 5 or 6 members, any of the member or members can enforce it, okay, on behalf of remaining members. There is no question of filing a suit, I am sorry. Again, it's a question of enforcement. Here, I can support this point with a case law. See, the case law is Rayfield versus Hands, held in the year 1960. According to this case, the articles of a company provided that if a member wanted to transfer his shares, the member of the company wanted to transfer his shares, what he has to do is, he must inform the directors about his intention, and the directors must take the shares and they share it equally between them at a fair value. Okay, if a person wants to transfer the shares, if the member wants to transfer the shares, then the directors must take and share between the members equally. But the directors refused to purchase the shares from the member who wanted to transfer his shares, and it was held that, of course, the member goes to the court, and it was held in the case that the directors are bound to purchase the shares and laid down in as it is laid down in the articles. As per the provisions of articles, if a member does not want to continue as a member and wants to transfer his shares, directors are liable to take the shares and share it among the remaining members equally. But as per this case, the member transfers his share, wants to transfer, but director refuses to take the shares. So he went to the court, and it was the judgment that the directors must be bound by the provisions of articles of association and should have taken the shares. And next one is not binding outsiders. The articles of association do not constitute a binding contract between a company and an outsider, but the legal effect of memorandum of association is the outsider is bound by the memorandum of association. It governs the relationship between the company with outsiders. This is based on the rule that stranger to a contract cannot sue. Okay, so for the legal effect of article of association is it does not bound the outsiders. Outsiders are not bound by the clauses of articles of association, and there is a famous saying in this corporate law is stranger to a commercial law is stranger to the contract cannot sue. Okay, so outsiders become the strangers. And we are moving on to the next topic, that is doctrine of constructive notice. Here in a few sentences let me explain it. The memorandum of association and article of association of a company are public documents. They must be kept open and accessible to all. Therefore, it is the duty of every person dealing with the company to read and understand its public documents and make sure his contract is consistent with their provisions. Means whatever the contracts he is doing, the members are doing, and even the outsiders are doing is valid as per within the boundary of memorandum of association and articles of association. But whether the person actually reads them or not, he is to be in the same position as if he has read them. Even if he has not gone through the sentences stated therein in Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association, it is always implied, it is as he will always be in the position that it is to be in the same position that he has read them. So he will be, there is a common saying in law that everyone must know, if you are going to a foreign country, you must know the minimum knowledge of the laws prevailing in that country. Okay, you can't say by committing crime, you can't say that, okay, I don't know the law of that country. Okay, you must know. There is a saying, there is a universal saying that you must know, you must have a minimum knowledge of law of the country where you are residing or wandering. Here, he will be presumed to know the content of the public documents. This kind of presumed notice is called constructive notice. Means it is a presumed notice that you must know. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಮೆಮೊರಂಡಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್, ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡಿ ಓದಿರಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಓದಿರದಿದ್ದರೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ನ ಊಹೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ವ್ಯವಹಾರಗಳು ಅದರ ಬೌಂಡ್ರಿಯ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. Okay, so it is presumed, that presumption is called constructive notice. Okay, or imputation of knowledge. It is related to both Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association. Here, for doctrine of constructive notice, I will refer the case law Kotla Venkataswamy versus Ramamurthy. So we are going to discuss about that case in the coming sessions. Hope you understood. Thank you.